Welcome to Burn the Ship, the podcast that helps entrepreneurs go all in on their business, and we introduce them to professionals that can help them to do so. Today, we have a very special guest, Frank Woods. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course, and we understand that time is one of our most valuable resources.
Very much
So
so.
let's go ahead and jump into things and tell us a little bit about your journey.
Oh, wow. Long journey. Well, it started many years ago. I grew up in Chattanooga, actually.
Okay,
Probably about an hour from
Yeah,
here.
it's
an
not
hour
far
up
from
the
here.
road.
We're
Yeah.
up north.
And, spent my formative years there prior to coming to Atlanta.
Okay.
And, one thing about Atlanta, that whole entrepreneurial vibe is just all around the city. Everybody's got a business, And, it's infectious.
Yes.
It was definitely infectious, and I picked up on it. And just, life lessons came into play. Had some losses, had some wins. Learn from the losses.
Right.
I'd encourage everyone to do that. Learn from the losses. And here we are.
So as far as with your entrepreneurial spirit, you came on down from Chattanooga. If you don't mind sharing with us, what was the first business or what was that first venture that you started?
My first venture, entrepreneurial. Believe it or not, I was a partner in a car stereo shop.
Okay.
We did a lot of, turned a passion, a hobby into a business with some friends. And it went well, but sometimes too many chefs in the kitchen can
absolutely
spoil the soup. But we were able to save a friendship.
And keep it pushing.
Yeah.
As you talk about that, see, I grew up in the 90s, early mid-90s, and there was a lot of box Chevys, with 12s in there. What was your favorite car as you were coming up, and what was that best system you had in there?
Believe it or not, I had, and I still have this car.
Okay.
It was my 16th birthday present. I'm restoring it now.
Okay.
It was a 1992 Chevrolet S10.
Okay. Oh, the truck.
The little truck.
Okay, yeah, the little compact truck. Okay.
Like right now, I don't see how I sat in it because it had so many speakers behind the seat. You and I couldn't have a comfortable ride in that now. So.
Okay.
That was my baby.
Yeah, that's a lesson learned there. You jumped into the business, and then, hey, look, you're young at it. Probably all of you that were at that time were young at it, trying to figure out. So you were able to learn from that.
Right.
Where did you go from there? Where'd you go after the stereo business?
Well, while I was doing that, I was fortunate enough to, use that term loosely, fortunate enough to also be in corporate America.
Okay.
And I was fast-tracked into management.
I got you.
It was back then, he's good at his job, let's move him up, and so on and so forth. And another lesson, probably another podcast there. Lessons learned there, but was able to learn how to kind of navigate everything from financials to personalities, which is big. Yeah. And kind of take some of that information and lessons learned in corporate America and apply them to my ventures as well.
Yes.
And still doing that to this day.
Okay. And as we talk about today, I know you were in corporate, tons of lessons. I was in corporate too. I've read so many modules and so many tests I've had to take, continue education. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that you can bring to your current business, and that's what I want to talk about now. Tell us about your current business and what it is that you do and what are you offering?
Okay. Well, currently, since 2018, we owned Carver Cigar Company.
Okay.
Carver's actually a family name. It's my middle name. There are 3 Carvers. My son is the third, so my dad was the first. So Carver Cigar Company, 3 C's.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but Carver's so much cooler than saying 3 C's. But it's more than just a venture. It's something sacred to us as a family because of the origins, how it all started, and what it stands for. I get choked up sometimes telling the story of the origins, but we actually started the company the night of my father's funeral.
Okay.
We had a family tradition. Say you just landed a big contract. We sit at the round table, which is at my house now, and we light up a cigar and we celebrate you.
Okay.
And it would usually be my dad and my uncle. And they passed within a year of each other. And we would always say, hey, we're going to start our own. We're going to start our own. Mm-hmm. And that night, I'm at the table by myself.
Okay.
And grabbed my nephew's crayon and just started writing down the business plan.
Yeah.
And I kind of think it was divine intervention as well, because 3 months later, I had a trip to the Dominican Republic, already paid for. Mm-hmm. Forgot about it.
Yeah.
And went on that trip, and you've had the opportunity to meet me outside this podcast. You know, I'll talk to anybody. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I met some gentlemen, and it turns out they owned a tobacco company.
Okay.
And next thing I know, I'm in their shop rolling cigars, talking business, and telling them what I wanted to accomplish. And here we are, 2025. That was 2018, 2019.
Okay. So you had it going.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So that's awesome. As we get ready to talk about the cigar company, I want to dive into it because, as you know, the reason why we have you on is to learn more about what you do and to highlight some of those things. So let's talk about the cigars in themselves.
Okay.
You know, is it specific kinds? Educate me a little bit on, you know, what it is that you're providing.
Well, we have several blends. And when I say blends, types of tobacco, types of leaves that we utilize.
Okay.
I could go into the makeup of each one. There are 5 different lines. Won't bore you with that, but several countries are involved. We have tobacco from the Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, Honduras. I know I'm forgetting somewhere. But needless to say, it's like this coffee we're drinking. Yeah. Each is different. Each blend has a different taste. And to each his own. So one thing we do, and I'm big on this, is market testing. Hey, what do you like? How do you like your coffee?
Yeah.
All right, try this. Several hits, several misses. We had a miss last week, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah, we unfortunately my mother passed right before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So we're doing a tribute cigar to her. All the cigars are named after the women in my life.
Okay.
And we're back to the drawing board on that. So we won't roll anything out until it's perfect.
Until it's right.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Now, as far as with that, do you have to travel down there often, or are you able to communicate?
I'm able to communicate, and that's one thing I know you're big on giving advice to entrepreneurs. Use technology to your advantage.
Okay.
WhatsApp, Zoom, Teams meetings. It's a game changer. Yeah. A good friend of mine. I'm gonna give him a plug.
Yes.
One of my best friends, Louis Rand, he just wrote a book, and it's on Amazon, that teaches you how to use Chat GPT for project management. Use that.
Okay.
While it is my mantra to say I like to shake hands with everybody that I do business with, I know it's hard to do, and I have to use technology to my benefit and the benefit of others. So.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. With that type of distance in between, you know, you want to make sure you use all the tools that you have to be as successful as possible.
Great.
As we talk about the cigars, I want to get more into your clients. Like, who's the ideal person? Is there a person you're trying to connect with? Or I'm assuming it's cigar shops and cigar
aficionados.
Yeah. I was practicing that. I didn't get it right. But tell us, who is the ideal client, who you're looking to connect with, and who's a good referral for you?
Well, there's been a paradigm shift, particularly with the pandemic. I would say, and I probably need to trademark this, but cigar lounges are the new golf course.
Okay.
I could take you to a lounge right now. We can sit at a table with people from all different walks of life. No racial barriers, no religious barriers, no political barriers to worry about. We're going to sit down. We're going to relax because they slow time down. We're going to learn something about each other. We might leave as friends.
Okay.
So I'm really targeting anyone, male, female, black, white, red, whatever, who just wants a seat at the table.
Okay.
I want to give everyone a seat at the table.
Okay. So as far as geographically wise, I'm sure it's not a problem for you to distribute them everywhere. So all of the cigar shops or people that I come across that are in that world, that you would consider them a good referral for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
And how does that work? What do you do? Because I'm trying to think myself. I just have to buy a box of 20 at a time, or I got to buy a case of 500 at a time? How does that work?
No, you can get anywhere from 1 to 1,000.
Okay,
to be honest
okay,
with you.
okay.
I'm not ruling anyone out because I want that experience to be shared with everyone.
I got you.
Again, going back, everybody gets a seat at the table.
Yeah.
Once you get to the table,
it's on you
that's
from
on
there.
You. But, yeah, I'll get you there. But
yeah.
you're on your own once you get there.
That makes a lot of sense. As we talk about the cigar lounges, I do a lot of networking. That's how I've grown my business from there, getting out and about. What would you say it was the most influential conversation you had at that cigar table regarding Carver Cigar?
The most influential. I went to a lounge once and I gave out cigars. I was doing market testing.
Yeah.
They didn't know who I was.
Okay.
And the most influential feedback was probably some marketing advice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just, and it ultimately led to me making a change. There was one particular cigar we're very proud of. It's our Miranda line.
Okay.
And everyone said the same thing. It's like, it's good, but we want more of it. It's not big enough. Because they have different sizes.
Okay.
And I'm sitting back, and I've heard this before. I just want more of it. I just want more of it. Just want more of it. And it ultimately led to me making it in a bigger size.
Okay.
And that was some good advice because some close friends of mine actually said the same thing, and it's actually our best seller now.
Okay.
So just kind of being the fly on the wall, just listening.
Just paying attention.
But then when I went back the next week, they're like, "Hey, you're slick. You know who you are. Hey."
Yeah, that's all. That's awesome. That's good. Being able to be in the place to hear and not necessarily to take it as, oh, they're dissing me. They're actually saying something that can actually help because you came up with the idea of making it whatever length it was.
Yeah.
And a lot of hard-headed people would have been like, oh, you don't like my thing, therefore I'm not going to listen.
Yeah.
But you actually took that advice, well, the comments are constructive and was able to make that change.
Right.
Now, a couple questions based off of that, based off of what you shared before. Now, you named them all after ladies. Miranda is?
That's the missus.
Okay.
Nadia is my daughter.
Okay.
Cadence is my niece.
Okay.
And there's one we call the Purple Band. We call it the Fascia Viola. That's Italian for purple band.
Okay.
And that's actually attributed to a cousin of mine who was a serial entrepreneur who lived in Italy.
Okay.
He actually, I hurt my knee, couldn't play ball anymore. Classic sob story.
Yes, I get it.
And I was sitting around town being depressed, and he talked to my dad. My dad's like, "You're not going to sit here." Sent me over to Italy for a while. And that was a crash course in business. I learned more in that business than any college course, any self-help book, any podcast. Because, man, this guy was on the go 24/7. I'm like, where'd you get this energy from?
Right.
But that's where I get to, shake the hand of everybody you do business with. That's where I learned that from because I saw the effects of it.
Yeah. Makes it more personable. Yeah. Makes it like you're not just there. You're not just a being. You're actually a person, not a number and stuff like that. So I can see how that makes sense. It's just challenging sometimes reaching everybody because you do business all over everywhere. You do business all over the world, with your business. So I get trying to get there, but then I also get, like you said, with the technology part. Before we move to the next section about some of those skills that you have acquired, I do have a question as far as ash. The ash on the cigar. Now, is it like it's supposed to be as long as the cigar? Tell me about the ash so the people can understand how to smoke their cigars.
The ash is, you see the people, we call them the stack of dimes.
Yes.
That, they say it's an industry myth.
Okay.
They say, oh, that's a good cigar. Look at the ash.
Okay.
Let's be honest, he just looks cool.
Okay.
I'll probably catch some flack for that when people see this, so I'm sorry. But I will say this, let it fall off naturally.
Okay.
Don't mush your cigar out.
Okay.
If you want to put it out, just put it down, let it burn out by itself. You know?
I got you.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It looks cool, but not truly.
And, you know, I do it.
Okay. Oh.
You know, you probably see some of my Instagram posts.
Yeah,
Look at that
super
ash.
long.
Yeah.
I got you. Just had to do that because in my mind I said,
that's a good question.
I don't want to go in there and then I'll just be like tap, 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 tap.
Yeah.
If I need to wait and just let it be cool, now I know I can be cooler in the spot. So definitely appreciate that. In this next section here, you know, you are going to be speaking to the entrepreneurs because what I want you to share with us is some of those skills that you have acquired and nurtured over your time, being in business, being in corporate. What would be some of those skills that you would share with these entrepreneurs that they can possibly add to their bag and help grow their business?
Well, I would definitely say take yourself out of the equation. Don't let your personal opinions on something affect what could be a good decision. As we stated with when I did the incognito testing, I could have been like, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. That's a good cigar.
Right.
But, you know, just be susceptible to constructive criticism. Also, one thing I would definitely say, and this is another nugget that I took from my dad, he would say CTS. CTS. That's an acronym from Consider the Source.
Okay.
So I really wouldn't take any business advice from someone who does not have a successful business, you know?
Yes.
You know, definitely consider the source. And but once you find a good source, hold on to it.
Yes.
Because even our president has advisors.
Okay, makes sense.
You know,
makes sense.
Build your team of trusted, successful people that you can go to, and no one knows it all.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. We've heard that in business a lot. The people you surround yourself with is where your success will be.
That's
so
true.
If you have your people surrounded in your mud, you're gonna be muddy down there. But if you're up there with some eagles, then you probably fly a little bit better. So
that's right.
I definitely appreciate you sharing that. Now, you have shared with us a bunch of stories about coming from Chattanooga, beating down the block, you know, all the way to now you're helping us to relax and get business deals in the cigar realm. Now, let's just say that you have gotten all of those people that are just focused on cigars taken care of. You've gotten a pipeline to all of the smoke shops and the lounges, and you got some more time for Frank. What is it that Frank would do at his time?
Other than catch up on sleep. I'm an avid outdoorsman.
Okay.
Most recently, I've started like camping more.
Okay.
Some good friends of ours pretty much got us into camping. Shout out to the Lomax family. Love anything outdoors, hunting, fishing, restoring old cars.
Okay.
And it's funny because I'm an empty nester now. My kids are grown, you know. They don't want to hang out with me anymore, so I need some suggestions of some new stuff to do. So,
I got you. Yeah, hunting and fishing, those are always vital things to do. I joke around, if you can hunt and you can fish, then you can survive when the lights go out.
That's
true.
Know, so never go hungry.
Yeah, you can make sure to take care of yourself. So that's good that you have those habits. Talking about some suggestions and people sharing with you some of those hobbies. So if someone here that's watching the show wants to learn more about some of those things you've talked about, those skills, that's the perseverance, the pushing through the pain, and or learn more about Carver Cigar, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you?
Either definitely Instagram, Carver Cigar Co., or the website, carvercigarco.com, or I'm on LinkedIn under Frank Woods. I love those conversations because I love learning and I love people. So, I can give you some advice, but I'm probably going to learn something from you too. So.
Yes.
And then, that's just another relationship built. So.
Oh, yeah.
Please contact me.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, most definitely. So we're always happy to have open networkers. Like for myself, that's how I built the business, getting out and about. Not just trying to promote Roderick, but actually trying to find out about other people.
Right.
Because what I found is the more professionals or subject matter experts that I come across, it actually makes me look better.
Right.
And I don't know anything about a cigar, but you best believe if I'm having a conversation with someone, now I got a professional for that. So yes, I'm definitely glad that you're open to that networking in that particular sense.
Definitely.
So Frank, you came down, you drove a little bit to get here. We done had us some coffee, having a good talk, and I truly do appreciate you coming on today. And we always honor our guests by giving them the last word. So please look over at your camera over there and tell the people something good.
Tell them something good. It always gets harder before it gets easy. I would say push through the hard moments, because at the end of each test is a reward. Someone once told me, hey, did they just hand you your driver's license, or did you have to study and take a test? And yeah, we studied and we took a test. So if you lose money, look at it as tuition for a lesson, and just embrace the naysayers, because if you were doing the wrong thing, no one would say anything. But if you're doing the right thing, you know, they're going to be vocal. So just embrace everything and use it to your advantage. Turn all negatives into positives, and look for opportunities to turn tragedy into triumph. That's all I got.
Awesome. Those are wonderful words, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, you can tell the sincerity in your voice as you share it. So definitely appreciate you coming on today and sharing with us.
I appreciate the opportunity. This is great.
Excellent. Definitely. And to everyone who is watching today, I want to say thanks and be kind.